Welcome to igmGuru. igmGuru is one of the global leading online training and certification provider for IT expert by the skilled IT gurus to help them achieve their professional goals.
So we will do some basic demo. There is a lot of APIs available. I'll show you how do you do it first. First, we will see how do you set up the environment. How do you make a call? Uh, how do you see the differences? Okay, we will see that. Then I will show you what are all the list of APIs available. How you can use it for your programmatic way. You can see that. Okay. So first thing, you need to install an app called Postman. Okay.
Mhm.
Normally we don't have a program now, right? I don't have any coding right now. So basically, if I want to create any user account, I need to do it programmatically using the API, right? But I don't have a program. Instead of program, I'm using this tool. Okay. This tool will behave like a program. Okay. But it's a user interface tool. Okay. From this tool, I'm making a call to Okta. Okay. But in
Okay.
real time, some program will make a call to Okta. In real time,
Mhm.
that's how it is. Okay. But to
Okay.
show you a demonstration or to show you how it works, we need to use this tool, which is Postman. Okay.
Okay.
So first you need to set up your environment. Okay. So how do you set up your environment? There is a simple instruction given. So I'll show you. Okta API. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the URL. I mean, this is the website. That's the Okta REST API with Postman. Okay. So first you need to install Postman app. Okay. Then there is a URL available, right? https developer.okta.com. Just copy this URL, go to your Postman. Okay. Let me create a new environment. Okay. So this is how it will be when you install the Postman and log in using your account. So this will be the plain screen like this. Okay. So here you will go to import button. You just copy the URL there, right? Just copy and paste this URL here. Okay. Yeah, I think it is done already. Your Okta domain. Yeah. So it is imported now. So for example, if you see here, your Okta domain, I can modify it to our organization's name. For example, I can change it to Wipro Prod, something like that. Okay. I can keep it. So basically, if you click this download button, you will see the details here. Here you need to update two details. Okay. One, your organization's URL. Okay. Initial value you need to update. So I need to copy the URL from my organization. Um, okay. I can paste it current value also, but this is not mandatory. Current value is not mandatory. Initial value is mandatory. Okay. Then API key. So this is mandatory. You need to enter the API key details. Definitely. Okay. So how do you generate the API key? You go to Okta. Yeah. Go to Okta dashboard, admin dashboard. Under security, you have an option called API, right? So click that API. Go to tokens. So here you have an option called a token. So click create token. You can name it your name. Yeah. For example, I will name it like API token. Likewise, when you give this token to the end application, you need to keep the application name here. Okay, for example, you are giving it to service now example. So let's keep service now token, something like that. Okay, so you can define the IP zones also, from which IP location this API call should reach Okta. Right? So this is to avoid, for example, if someone got their API token, they can do it from some other country or some other IPs, right? So to block it, you can define the IP zones of ServiceNow or any application, and that IP zones you can define it here. As of now, I'll keep it any IP. I don't want any restrictions towards it, but I'll keep it my IP. Okay. So here I got the token value. Before you close this or before you click this, okay, I got it. Just copy this value, go to Postman, edit this space and paste it here. Okay, make sure there is no space in the last. There is no space. So I'll just do it and click controller. Okay, make sure you are saving it without miss. So these two details are mandatory. Remaining all other things, you can keep it optional. It is not mandatory. I mean, you don't need to definitely give that. It is optional only. But the first two details are very much important. Okay, URL and the API key. Any questions until this?
No, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now we have made a setup. Okay, we have defined the our organization, how it is going to connect from this API to our Okta, how it is going to connect. We have defined our URL has been defined, the API token has been defined. Everything is defined now, right? So we made a setup. Now we want to, define our list of APIs, right? So for example, we will not be using only one API for all the different actions. For example, create user, create group, integrate application, modify user, modify delete user. So we will not be using only one API format, okay, to do all this actions. Instead of that, we will be having a collection. Okay, so we have a collections predefined collection folders available in Okta. You can just download it and use it for your actions. You can do it. Okay, so how do you do
Okay.
it? Go to Okta, again Okta website. Okay, type Okta API collection. Okay, so first thing you will get is Postman collection. Click that. Here you will have the list of APIs. So there are a lot of APIs available. You can see I'm scrolling down. Okay. So users, user types, UI schema, system log, session schemas. So there are many APIs available. Okay. We need to download these folders and integrate, and upload it in the Postman collection. Instead of doing it, you have a direct button also. So if you, for example, if you click this run in Postman button, it will directly integrate with your Postman Windows, or if you have a Mac, it will automatically integrate with it. For example, if I click this, it will ask to open Postman. I click open Postman. So it is importing the collection automatically. I'm just selecting the space that I want to integrate. Yeah, here you can see I got the folder now created, right? So in the folder, if you expand it, you will have lot of APIs, right? So this is for adding an application, which means creating the app integration. So this is for certificate operations. If you want to change the certificate, you can do it from here. This is for credential operations. So if you want to change any credentials for SWA apps, you can do it from here. This is for lifecycle operations. If you want to activate or deactivate any app, you can do it. This is completely for OAuth. This is completely for updating the logo of an application. This is for updating the provisioning connections, and this will be for the future options. So here you will have an option to list the app details. For example, how many applications are there, how many applications are SAML, how many applications are OADC, how many applications are having the name with maybe some particular requirement, right? So everything you can able to see with the individual APIs. You don't need to use only one API and modify it accordingly. You'll be having an individual API call as a collection for each and every action that you are performing in the console, okay, admin console. Now we have added application actions, right? Likewise, you can do it for users. There will be users collections, users. Here it is, right? So click that. It will again add it to the Postman for Windows.
So I have to do it for each of these collections, or can you do
Correct.
everything together? Like,
Everything together you cannot do it. You need to do it
okay,
individually for each and every folder. So for example,
okay,
now we have the folder. All the actions in users, you'll see from here. Create user with password, create user in the group. You can change the password, set the password, security questions you can see, activate, deactivate, reset, suspend user, delete user, everything you can do. Here you can see the list of users, you can download it. So everything under the users folder, you will get it. Basically, they are giving us a like categorization in the format of categorization. Okay. Now
okay.
let's say I need groups. Okay. So this is the groups API collection. So run in Postman. It will here. That's it. I have added the group API also. Okay. See, basically what action that you are performing. For example, you are modifying group, then you need to download the group folder collection. Okay. If you are modifying any user account, you need to do it. If you are modifying any application, you need to do that particular folder. Likewise, you need to decide which folder you want and you need to import it. Of course, you can do everything by clicking individually to each and every folder, but those things are not needed. We will not be using mostly, right? Only majorly we use these three folders only. But if you are a developer, you are like developing something very much, in a vigorous manner, then you probably need to go through all this API collections also. But that's a different thing. Okay. But you have an option to do it. Okay. Any questions until this?
No, fine.
Okay. I'll just give you some basic example. How do you do it? All the remaining actions, maybe each and every API you should able to explore it on your own. Okay, I'll give you a
Okay,
platform on how do you do it. It is very much easy, not a difficult one, but you need to understand the basics on it. Then it will be easy. Okay, so I told you, right, the method you will be using. So this is the method I was talking about. Okay. So instead of post, if you click delete, that's it. The user account will be deleted. Right. So
okay,
we have to be very cautious on this method alone. Okay. Especially if you have it delete, right? If you have it like this delete, you need to be very cautious. Okay. If you have delete as a delete as a method here in this method tab, you need to make sure uh, you need to double check once again. You are doing the proper user account or proper resources you are deleting it.
okay,
So let's start from users. So let's say you want to create a user account. Okay. User account with password and recovery question. You can use this option. So if you click this, it will open in the right side, it will open everything. So if you go to body, you'll see everything whatever you have seen in the Okta admin console, right? In the admin console, if you remember, it was asking first name, last name, email, login details, right? Then it was asking password also, right? So those details has been given in the programmatic format here. That's the only difference. Okay. Now I need to create the user accounts, right? So make sure you are not changing anything that is available in the maybe this is brown color if I'm not wrong, right? If anything that is available in the brown color, don't change anything. Okay. If it is available in blue color, you can able to modify it. Okay. If you have something like this in this color, okay, and especially if you have some values in the curly braces, two-time curly braces, right? You need to make sure you are modifying it here. Okay. All the remaining things are optional. For example, here if you see email suffix, you need to modify it. Definitely you need to modify it, this value. Okay. But ISEC and Brock, these details you can keep it. But this email domain value should be modified. For example, I'll be adding something like email. Okay, something like this. And password, obviously we need to change because it's in red color and it's in curly braces. Okay. Just type some password, welcome at 123. I have updated all the details. Now you can see there was no red values and everything is blue and brown color, right? Now we are good to load the data. So we have updated the data. Now we need to load the data to the API that makes a call to Okta. Okay. So click send. Okay, here you can see an object is already available in the current organization. So probably I need to change the 8 or something like that. So because like we are getting an error saying that already a user account is available with this name. Okay, there is an object available. That's why it is throwing us an error. Yeah. Now if you see 200 OK, which means request is successful. Server has responded us back with the details. So this is the user account we have created. Okay. Now if I go to the Okta console and see this user account, it should be there. So let's go to Okta console and go to directory, go to people. See, I have the account created now. Okay. So now let's say I want to activate this account. Right now it doesn't stage the state, right? I want to activate this account. So two ways you can do it. I mean, from the API, you need to get the details of this user account. To get the user details, you have two options. First option, so you have created this account. When you create this account, when you click send, you get a response like this, 200 OK, right? In that, you will have the ID value. So this is the value. I told you, if you remember, for each and every user, the value will be unique, 00U. For group, it will be 00G. For application, it will be 00A. Sorry, 0OA, if you remember, right? Likewise, if I want to make modification to this particular account, I need that user ID. Okay. I cannot use this value because if you remember in the Okta console, what we will do, we will search with this ID. We'll go to the Okta console. We will go to people. So here we will search with this ID, right? Then we will see this ID and you will click activate. It will activate it. This is in the console. But if you do it from the API, you need to know this value, this ID value. Okay. You cannot search it with this value. This is not possible because it is programmatic. That's the difference. That you are doing it in the user console. User console, you can do it. But if you do it using programmatically, you need to use this user ID value only 00U, 00G, 00A for application. Okay. So those things you need to keep it in mind. So let's say I want to activate this account, right? So I copied this. Here I have an option to activate a user. Okay. So click that one. If you click that, open that one, you will see a red color curly braces. I told you, right? Wherever you see red color double curly braces, you need to update that value, right? What will you need to update? You need to update the user ID value here. What is the user ID? You just copied it from the, either in the console you can copy. So admin console, if you go here and if you open that user profile, here you will have that user ID value, right? This ID you can copy, or you can copy from the user created actions. So here you have, right? This you need to copy. Both are same actually. So here whatever you have, it will be same as what you have in the console. So this
Okay.
value you need to copy and paste it here. By removing the curly braces on user ID, you need to paste that value, particular value here. Okay. I made this and click send. You can see 200 OK, which means request successful, right? Now if I go to this user, if you see right now it is in staged state. If I refresh the screen, it will move it to active state. Here you can see.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how you do API call from Okta to, from the programmatic things to any actions that you want to make it in the Okta resources.
Thanks for watching the video. For full course, please visit www.igmguru.com and enroll today.